Okay everyone, so first thing first, we have to load our dataset into Power BI. So let's do that. So this is the dataset which we are going to visualize. So let's click on load. So our dataset, as you can see, got 26 rows. So it's been loading. Okay, so our dataset is loaded, as you can see over here on the right side, on the data column. Okay, so let's build our first visualization, which is going to be bar chart. Okay, clicking on horizontal bar chart. Okay, so we're gonna visualize top 10 episodes by IMDb rating. Okay, so in the x-axis, we are going to put IMDb rating as numeric. Okay, and in the y-axis we are going to put episode title. Okay, which particular episode got which particular IMDb rating. Okay, so in the y-axis we are going to put episode title. So yeah, so our visualization is being built. Yes, so as you can see, episode 8 got the maximum IMDb rating 27.70, and then got episode 4 of 27 rating, and so on. Okay, so let's change the title of it. Top 10 episodes by IMDb rating, keeping it bold, keeping it Arial black, and of course aligning it in the center. There's a typo. Okay, so we'll do other changes in this visualization later on. We'll make it more aesthetic as our dashboard gonna develop further. Okay, so let's do the second visualization, which is going to be viewership. Okay, so for that we're gonna pick a column chart. Okay, I'm gonna pick a clustered column chart for that. So in the x-axis I'm going to put season number, which particular season we have to visualize, right? Got how many viewership. So I'm gonna mention in x-axis season number, and in the y-axis I'm going to mention viewership. Okay, as in numeric, like how many viewership which particular season got. So we got viewership by millions. Okay, you can do sum of it, you can do average. I'm gonna do sum of it. Okay, in total numbers. So as you can see, season 1 got 338 million something, season 2 got 315, and the largest season 3 got 484 million viewership. Okay, so let's change the title so we don't get confused later on. So this dashboard is for the most part for beginners only. Okay, absolute beginners who are just starting out in their Power BI journey, so they can do such dashboard to develop their skills and get a basic idea what Power BI is all about, you know. So let's change the title, keeping it bold, viewership by season. Okay, keeping it bold, changing the font to Arial black. Okay, again I'm gonna redesign it later on as we gonna further develop our complete dashboard. So let's do our third visualization, which is going to be episode rating trend. Okay, so for this one, this is more sort of a chart type visualization which is going to be developed by us. For this one we're going to use line chart. Okay, so the expected result for this one is going to be a line which going to show how episode ratings change, you know, across the series, across 3 series. Okay, so let's click on line chart. Okay, let's switch off the filter tab. Okay, so yes, so in the line chart over here, as I told you, we're gonna show how episode ratings change across seasons. So in x-axis I'm going to put episode id, which particular episode, episode id, and in the y-axis we are going to put IMDb rating. Okay, yeah, so you can see, okay, the pattern across. Episode 18 got 9.3, episode 19 got 8.70, again 22 episode got 9. So you can see this trend. So let's change the title. Episode, keeping it bold, rating trend. Okay, keeping it bold, changing the font to Arial black, aligning it in the center. Perfect. Yeah, so another visualization which we're gonna do, it's going to be rating distribution. Okay, rating distribution or episode type comparison. Let's do the comparison one. Okay, let's do episode comparison. Okay, episode type comparison, particularly by showing a column chart. Okay, so the expected result would be 4 bars showing average viewership per episode type. Okay, which particular episode type particularly getting viewership on an average. So for that I'm gonna use column chart. Again, a clustered column chart I'm using. Okay, and over here I'm gonna put episode type in x-axis. Okay, again, episode type. Or you can say, we can do episode, we can do it by episode also. Okay, so we can, let's do by episode id or episode title. Let's do it title, so we get the name also. And then in the y-axis, of course, there's going to be viewership criteria, which would be in numeric. So you can see episode 1 got maximum viewership, and okay, so that's episode title. Okay, let's remove this first of all. Okay, so rather than episode title, we should add episode id. Okay, so which particular episode got maximum viewership? As you can see, episode 19 got the maximum viewership. 85 million people watched that particular episode, and by IMDb rating, like critical rating, which is being done by users, cinema watchers, so they rated episode 8. So 8 episode got maximum critical rating, and 19th episode got most viewership. So let's do one thing. So I'm doing all these things real time, so if I make any mistakes, just comment down. Okay, so I'll try to make other tutorials better. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's add a few KPI cards. So yeah, let's add I'd say total episode count. Okay, that would be a much simpler thing to do. Let's add episode count. This is the KPI card, narrowing it down a bit. So in the fields we are going to add over here episode id. Okay, and I'm gonna do it count. So 26 episodes are there. Okay, as you can see. Let's add a title so we don't get confused later on. aligning it, changing the font to Arial black. Yeah. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's change the overall visual appeal of our dashboard. So I've already got pre-selected PNGs and elements which I'm gonna integrate into this dashboard. So let's go to insert, click on image. So yeah, this one not gonna work, I guess. Yeah, going to canvas background, changing the color to black, decreasing the transparency. Okay, okay, and clicking on image. Okay, okay, perfect. Now adding some more elements to increase the aesthetic uh, rating of this dashboard. Okay, Netflix logo should be there in the center. Adding some more images, another Netflix logo. So you can create, these PNGs, different elements. I've already created that beforehand, so you can also create similar stuff. Okay, what else we can add? Okay, hmm so let's do one thing. Let's see if I can add a image in the background. Not for this one, for the canvas. Okay, going to browse. I'm just testing it out, although I'm not gonna finalize it till I am impressed with the overall outlook. So overlapping, which is okay. Okay, yeah, it looks kind of okay, I guess. We can go with this background image. Okay, so now let's change the overall visualization uh, of these cards. Okay, so these cards align with the background we are having. So yeah, let's do some changes in the canvas. Hmm okay, so I think we don't need this. Okay, perfect. So let's do one thing. uh, hmm. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's change the cards first, and later on I'm gonna make some changes in canvas if required. Okay, so going to visual. Okay, first of all, let's switch off the title. Perfect. And going to effects, clicking on black, making it a bit transparent, like. Going to title, clicking on white so the title is visible. Perfect. So, and switching on visual border, switching on shadow, it has to be white, as much rounded corners as possible, going to shadow, going to white. Okay, and we also have to make changes in the font size. Let's just do top 10 episodes rather than IMDb. Let's remove the rating. Okay, it looks clean. And what else could be there? Let's click on values. Let's make it white. Let's make the x-axis values also white. It looks okay. So let's do one thing. Let's change the color of bars. Make it red or close to it, so it matches with Netflix color. Solid red. Okay, let's increase the transparency a bit. Okay, so let's see if this looks okay enough. So we're gonna copy into the other dashboards also. Okay, I think it looks kind of okay. Let's similarly, I'm gonna change the other cards also. Okay, so I myself changed all the cards, as you can see. Similarly, I've applied similar visualization features to all the visualizations. Okay, I've enhanced the user design of all the 4 visualizations. Okay, so I've aligned it according to the background image we got. Okay, so let's do one thing. So let's do similar stuff with the KPI cards also. Okay, clicking on black, increasing the transparency, and title color, let's keep it red. Episode count, and let's keep the value white. Yeah, so it aligns with the rest of the dashboard. Okay, so going to general, going to effects, increasing the transparency. Yes, visual border has to be there, as many rounded corners. Okay, white. Shadow has to be there, white. And decreasing the font size. Yeah, and going to values, decreasing the font size. Making it Arial black first. Okay, now decreasing it, keeping it bold. Perfect. So let's do one thing. Let's copy this exact KPI card. Over here also. Over here also. Let's have 3 or 4. Let's have 4 KPI cards. Similarly, okay. In the first KPI card, we showed episode count. In the next one, I think we should show average IMDb rating. Yeah, that would be better. So going to general, going to title, IMDb rating. So that's average. Yeah, and going to episode count again. So here I think we should show critic score. So average critic score is 87 of entire series. critic score. Okay. And in the last KPI card, I think we should show Rotten Tomatoes score. Or what should we show? Viewership. I think let's show viewership. So that, no, we can't. Okay, let's. So let's do awards 1. Okay, total awards 1. So aggregation would be sum. Okay, let's change the title. Awards 1. Okay, so I think now our dashboard is complete. I guess so. Let's keep it here. Let's keep it here. Let's see a bigger version of it. Okay. So so now our dashboard is complete. So this is the final outlook. So you can also make custom changes accordingly. Okay, as you like. Okay. I'll share the dataset in the description below. Okay, so you can change things accordingly, add your own elements, own unique designs. Okay, and so this is a very beginner dashboard, absolute beginners. This dashboard is for the most part for absolute beginner people, okay, who are just starting out their Power BI journey. Okay, so these kind of dashboards will build your confidence over the period. Okay, and later on also in this tutorial series we are going to do more advanced tutorials, end-to-end projects also. Okay, later on. So yeah, so you so yes, this was all about this tutorial. See you in the next tutorial. Okay, thanks for watching.